Como decimos los boricuas, se jodió.
Yo no te dije a ti que no me hablara con ese tipo, coño.
¿Quién te dijo a ti que yo estoy hablando con ella?
El maldito WhatsApp me lo dijo.
Yo te dije que no jodieras con mi celular.
Yo lo que no quiera.
Respétame, coño.
Respétame tú.
Cállate.
Cállate tú.
Vete.
Hi, my name is Angie. Don't forget to watching the show and don't forget to subscribe.
Wow, how you doing, girls? All right, welcome to the show, welcome to the show, welcome to the show. How you doing, how you doing, how you doing, how you doing? Bueno, mi gente, yo soy DJ Rajatabla y estamos comenzando el verano bien pomposamente. Mira cómo yo tengo la belleza. Look how all these beauties that I have over here. These are the new hosts of Remixer Show Season 4. And yes, we're celebrating like crazy. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, we drink here in the show. We do drink. So, gracias, gracias. All right. So, we are going to brindar with the Don Currom. So, make sure you get a little bit there. Here you go. A little bit for everybody. A little bit for everybody. All right.
Want to give me some? There you go.
All right, yeah.
I get it all.
All right. To the salute of all the girls, thank you very much for being part of Sama Productions and Bilingual Broadcasting Network. And to use at home, remember, don't drink and drive. And if you have to drive, well, you can't watch the show either while you're driving. So park, drink, and then go home. Bye. Ciao. Wow. All right. So now we're going with the tequila. That was rum. So now we're going with the tequila. So the tequila is Jimador. It's a really good tequila, and it's really good because it doesn't bring your blood sugar high or whatever because it's hypoglycemic. So that's really good. So here, we're gonna go with the tequila now. Here. Here you go. 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 Alrighty. All right. So again, to the salud, to many years to Sama Productions Remixer Show, and to the Sama girls, all of them. We'll be talking with them little by little. Ciao.
Salud.
Yes. Anyway, well, girls, how you feel for being in Remixer Show?
Feeling better now.
Fun? All right. Well, you guys check out these next videos. Remember, 321-439-8218 is the phone number via WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, BBN Info. The codes are right here. Send me your funny videos. Send me your stuff, your TikToks, your storyful, whatever you got funny. Let's check it out. Hey, girls, come on. Let's show you this $1 million pool. Same side.
Completo, me hice facial y dije, a esta hora se antoja de llama. Pero que se joda, uno es bello como quiera. A mí me han visto hasta con café en la cara, olvídate de eso. A mí me han visto con café en la cara, con yogur, cuánto facial le hago. Muy buenas tardes, muy bien. Pues ya tú sabes, con este viruchinus, con el chino.
Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the
I'm DJ Rajatabla, and this is the show Remixer Show. And yes, if you look at me, I'm kind of wet because it's hurricane season in Florida. But in the split screen that you see right over here, we have the beautiful Karma McCain, and she's in California. What part of California, Karma?
I am in Los Angeles.
Well, there you have it, from East Coast to West Coast. So,
That's
Karma,
right.
thank you very much for being in my show, and it's an honor to have you.
Thanks for having me.
We've been kind of conversing via Instagram for a while, and I've been following you for some time, and I must say that your work is very, very, as a model, it's awesome. I think you have a cross between your photographers that you work with. They kind of cross you between a purist and a surrealist type of photography, and you usually don't shoot in studios. You're shooting in different types of and open places and kind of a surreal type of scenery, right?
Yeah, well, we kind of shoot, yes. So usually when I work with a photographer, we collaborate. The photographer sort of has an idea of what they want, and then I take that and then I bring in my own concepts to that. So I'll research, based on the location. A lot of times it is a location. It could be a hotel, or it could be a motel that just has a very specific look or a vibe that we're going for. I've shot out in the desert. I've shot in my own home. I've shot in a lot of different places. And yeah, it really is kind of based on the collaboration, the concept that we come up with, and then we build from that. So I'm trying to think if I've ever, aside from my commercial photo shoots where I actually was hired, because I'm an actor as well. So aside from actually shooting commercial stuff, yeah, I don't think I've ever shot any of my personal stuff in a studio, now that you mention it, aside from someone's home studio.
Fantastic.
A home studio I've shot in.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, Karma, let's jump into it. What made you want to become a model and an actress? Why? What pushed you into saying, I want to create and I want to be able, because you also do some, you also, even though you do that, you produce some things yourself, right?
Well, so for me, I didn't have a goal of becoming a model. It sort of found me through my struggles with body dysmorphia, which I talk about a lot. And that's kind of what started this whole ball rolling with my modeling pictures and everything that I sort of post. It started around, I struggled with body dysmorphic disorder, also known as BDD, for most of my adult life. And for people that don't know what that is,
please illuminate us on that.
Yes, it's a mental health issue. It falls under OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder. And it's the thought that something is inherently wrong with a part of our body or our whole body. So the most common form, I feel like, or the most known form of body dysmorphic disorder is an eating disorder, where girls are anorexic or bulimic, and you think they just never see themselves as skinny enough. And you think, well, that's just weird. How is that possible? And so, yes, it's a mental health issue where the person has made it up in their head that something is wrong with them. And so for me, my personal form of body dysmorphia actually had to do with my chest and my breasts. And it's so funny because, just even a few short years ago, I would have never even worn something like this. I would have worn something to cover myself. And that's part of one of the things of body dysmorphia. It's hidden. But I have very see-through, transparent skin. My whole body is really veiny. And growing up for me, when I went through puberty and I was a teen, was in the 90s. And in the 90s, I read a lot of fashion magazines. I had fashion magazines, TV commercials, and, movies and TV shows. And I never saw anybody that looked like me. So I literally thought I was a freak of nature and something was wrong with me. I never saw other women in real life or just even presented in the media that had see-through skin like I do. And so I really just thought something was wrong with me. And I kept it to myself, and I hid. I never wore shirts that revealed this area. And it took me a long, long time to discover that something was that it was a mindset that was wrong. I didn't know that. I really thought something was just wrong with me. And that's the thing with body dysmorphia is most people, no matter what you tell them, they think something is wrong with them. And so it wasn't until someone told me, it was a woman who was a little bit older than me, and she also happened to be somewhat veiny, and she had a shirt on that was showing, and I was like, oh my gosh, she looks like me. And I was talking to someone, and I was like, oh my, do I say something? Like what? Like she's got it and I can see it and I don't know what to do. And I finally got the courage and I just said, hey, I noticed you've got like some veins right there, because mine were covered. And I said, I'm the same way. I was like, oh my, like, I feel like this is so unusual. Like, how do you feel about that? And you're showing it. And she was like, yeah, this is normal. I mean, this is a normal thing. And I was like, really? Are you sure? Because I've never seen anybody else like this. And she goes, yeah, this is very normal. You have body image issues and you need to seek help. And that was like, it was
wow, yeah. And that, and again, well, with all due respect, I've seen your work. You're beautiful. So I hope that will say for something, because I've been a photographer latter part of my life, and I'm 57. I turned 57 in June, and I've worked with many models, and I think that your work is awesome. And I'm glad that you are doing this now. Do you feel that when you do the acting, the photography, is it a type of therapy for you?
Yes, it actually is. So what started the very first photo shoot that I ever did, after meeting this woman and her telling me that it was my mindset, I set to work to change my mindset. I just was like, you know what? If this is my mindset, I have control over that and I can change it. And it took many years. I mean, many years of just the constant desire to overcome this story that I had been telling myself for so many years. And so one little thing would lead to the next little thing and the next little thing. And finally, I think it was in 2014, I had the idea. I said, you know what? I see still in 2014, we're in 2020 now, in 2014, I'm like, I still see media representing one type of person in general. And it's a perfect, everything's airbrushed and photoshopped. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Real women, and these are real women, obviously, in the ads, but they're being touched up to look a certain way.
That's the niche of a commercial models, and some of these models, they want to try and tell me how to do my work because I don't Photoshop them. And like, girl, you don't understand. However you appear in my camera, I'm a purist and an actress. I never shoot in the studios. You've seen my work too. I'm outdoors. So basically, I don't Photoshop anything. And some of these models, they get mad at me. They don't want to work with me anymore. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not going to tell me how to do my creativity. And it's funny and refreshing that you come out and you say this. Because it's like,
right. Yeah, well,
beautiful.
Yeah. Right. It is beautiful. And that's where we have to change. And so in 2014, I was like, you know what? I'm still not seeing a lot of representation of different types of women. And so I thought, I'm going to do a coffee table book. I'm going to do a coffee table book of beautiful nudes of all types of women, all shapes and sizes, disabilities, colors, scars, burn victims, mastectomies, whatever. I was just like, I'm going to find a group of women. I'm going to do a coffee table book, and I want it to be beautiful artistic nudes to just show what real women look like. And this is all beautiful, all of it. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, I have to obviously do it as well. And I want to be in the book. So I'm going to start with myself. And so my first nude photo shoot was with myself. And that sort of launched all of the it was the snowball effect of this photo shoot led to this photo shoot, which led to another one. And then I was like, a coffee table book is really expensive. Why don't I just start on Instagram and social media? Why don't I just start telling my story? And it still took from the first time I shot, which was 2015, to 2018 before I put my very first picture up. So it was still 3 years of me shooting before I even got comfortable enough. And I was still not comfortable for me to first post that first picture and tell people, hey, this is something I've been hiding my whole life. Here it is. It was like nerve-wracking. I was like, oh. And once I did it, then of course, then it just the ball kept rolling and steamrolling. But it's really, diversity is so important. And like you said, like when I work with a photographer and they're like, oh, I can see your, I can see your something, like your stomach's not looking so flattering right now. And I'm like, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't, and to tell you the truth, I just tell the model to move sideways, left ways. I don't care if she's bloated, if she's this or she's that, and because first of all, not to push religion in anybody, but God does not make anything ugly. If you're like that, it's for a reason, for a purpose. And I, as a photographer, I just want to capture that moment. You know, I see that, I see that moment, and boom. So in that, I applaud you. Now, Karma, I know we have a lot of things, and probably you're busy, so I want to get into the gist of this. Movements like nudity and free the nipple. I want to hear your sincere comments on such topics.
Right. Well, and that's, again, something I had no idea was going to come into my world, or it was never my intent to free the nipple or be an advocate for nudity. It was really just about telling my story about body dysmorphia. And what happened was I started to get, you know, more and more open with sharing pictures and photos of things, you know, flaws, what are perceived as flaws. And a lot of that has to do with my breasts. And so I started to get censored on social media. I started to get my stuff pulled down. And even though I was blocking out the nipples, which I always do, I always followed their guidelines of censorship, I still was getting pulled down, and the possibility of losing my account. You know, it was like, if you keep doing this, we could just take your account at any time. And so I really had to question, like, why is the female nipple seen as such a weapon against humanity? Like, it actually gives life. It's food. It feeds our children. Like, it's a nurturing thing.
There are paintings that depict women's breasts and the fact of breastfeeding that has been painted hundreds of years ago. They are hanging in museums, and yet you take a picture of that and you try to post it in somewhere, it gets taken down.
Yeah, well, now they've allowed breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is allowed as long as there's a baby attached to that boob. You can post it. From what I understand and the stuff that I've seen, still it seems to be allowed. But it started to make me question: okay, males can show their nipples, but females can't. Yeah.
See, I'm like, yeah, no. And the situation occurred. I don't know if you saw this in social media. I think it started somewhere in New York. Where famous celebrities, I think even Stallone's daughter was one of the ones that was walking around nipple free, you know, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, in New York City, it's legal. You can be topless. You can be a topless female. In some cities in the States, it is legal.
Yeah.
And so, but what I realized is it actually used to be illegal for men as well. Men protested in the 1930s. I think it was the 20s, might have been the end of the 20s, but in the 30s, they protested for the right to go topless, and they won.
Yeah.
And so it became legal for men to bare their chests. But yet for women, it's still a struggle for us. And so really what, to me, true feminism is the right to choose. Women deserve to have the right to choose to go topless just as men do. Not all men choose to go topless. And guess what? If it's legal for women, not all women are going to choose to do it either. Exactly. But we deserve the right to choose, period.
If we live in the freest country that God created, I think that there's some alienable rights that shouldn't be constricted. And I think this is one of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is they make money. And so, you know, the thing is if we keep something hidden and shamed and taboo, we can make money off of it. We can profit off of that. And so it's sort of been used against us. It's been used as a counterintuitive tactic of, we're protecting you. We're protecting you by making you keep your breasts hidden because you don't know what's good enough for you, but we know. And so it's very counterintuitive. It's very disempowering for women to not have the choice.
Very, very 1984, don't you think? Big Brother's watching.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
And so nudity kind of goes with that too. I mean, there's this thing where we've been taught to view nudity as sexuality, as just, you know, it's very much been taught to us. It's about sex. And so what my thing is that I've learned through this process is if we can just take the sex out of nudity is nudity. And then there's sex, and they're two separate topics. And sometimes they do come together because that's how we procreate.
Yeah.
You know, but if we can keep them separate and realize there's nothing inherently wrong with nudity. It's when we always attach sex to it that now it's created this whole other thing. So, you know, normalizing nudity.
And Karma, you touch a point there, but you know, a nude woman, because there's, again, going to the art hundreds of years ago, we have in museums photographs of nude women just reading a book. There's nothing sexual about that. She's just reading a book, or she's next to a window, or she's under a tree, or you know, there's different so many, or some of your even photographs. You're under a beautiful night sky. There is nothing sexual about that. You're just laying down behind a beautiful picturesque thing, or you're in a like a motor trailer or in a motel, or like you said. Why do people have to equate one thing to another? Because when we mention nudity, well, then we think about Playboy or a penthouse with their legs like this, you know. So then they immediately mash one thing to the other. There is artistic nude, and there is nudity, and there is porn, and I think that my world that explains it. I'm more of the artistic, more of the want to exploit the beauty of the scenery and the woman. Whatever comes out of the film, that's it. Even if I'm doing a movie or a short or something like that, you know, women don't go into the bathroom and take a shower with bra and panties. You know, they're naked. They come out naked, they dry up, and then that's the type of scene. It's not that I want to do that. You know, that's what the scene entails. But yeah, and Karma, for those that don't know about your social media, because I know it, how can they find you?
So for my acting page is Karma McCain, and my body diversity stuff, which is specifically about, you know, body acceptance, is Karma McCain VIP. And yeah.
Well, the people will be seeing it in CG. So make sure you support her, and make sure you follow her, and I think that it's going down. And Karma, I'm very glad, but I know that you're a very, very busy woman, a very professional and very busy woman, beautiful and professional. So I don't want to take more of your time, but do you think you could come back in our show and we could take a little bit more time and explore all these types of sentiments of free the nipple, nudity? Anyway, are you doing any acting projects? Can you tell us real quick if there's any acting projects, any photography projects that you're doing real quickly?
Yes, so everything is kind of shut down in my industry at the moment, but I did just finish a feature film right before COVID sort of went down. I was in India shooting a feature film, and it was great. It was a great experience. I'd never been to India before. And it is an Indian film, so I'm not sure if it's going to be released in the US, but it is based on a true story about the largest IT scam, which was this Indian brother and sister were scamming Americans pretending to be the IRS. Wow. And they were calling up and saying, you owe the IRS money, and they scam. I mean, it was hundreds of millions of dollars. And so I play a Federal Trade Commission agent trying to catch them. And so it might end up here because it is a true story. So I'm fingers crossed. And then, yes, I have done a couple of COVID photo shoots with social distancing or masks. I guess we both tested for COVID. And then once we got the results that we were clear, we did a series around COVID. And I'm not sure when I'm going to launch that, but it is specific to this time in COVID. It's a themed photo shoot specifically having to do with that. And I'm really excited about it. So I'll have to keep you posted on both of those. And I would love to come back. Very grateful. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm very passionate about this stuff. And so, yes, I really enjoy taking the opportunity and the time to talk to you about it, and you being available to talk to about it. That's important. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, Karma, one of the things that we would like to invite you on the air, and hopefully, and we pray, that once this COVID nightmare is over throughout the United States, that you could come from LA to here to Orlando, and we could film something together, or we could do a photo shoot. So it would be my honor to be able to either create something with you in film or create something with you in picture, because I know that Orlando is the city beautiful, so there's so many beautiful places that we could do photo shoots, Everglades, swamps, beautiful scenery that we could do a lot of good things. And I am so honored to be your friend and consider you my friend too. So basically, our airways are open for you, and hopefully we could have you again, and we could keep on talking, okay? So let me do a really quick translation for my Spanish-speaking friends. Bueno, mi gente, hemos estado hablando con Karma McCain. Ella es una actriz y una modelo que también habla sobre sus problemas mentales y fisiológicos. Y en CG, abajo las capciones, van a ustedes ver sus sitiales de internet y de la página web y sociales. Así que vayan a donde ella y miren su arte y ustedes pueden entonces hablar conmigo y vamos a poder platicar sobre la belleza que ella hace. Okay, well, thank you very much, Karma, and I'm so glad from West Coast to East Coast. Everybody say bye. See ya.
Why did you girls get me here?
I love liquor, and I'm trying to convince you to like it, so if we're gonna hang out, you have to like liquor.
Yeah, definitely, that is a must. Sorry, guys. The last time I had liquor was when I had a bad breakup.
Ooh, well then you definitely need some
So
shots.
liquor is the best medicine, girl. You can't go wrong when it comes to liquor. It takes all your pain miraculously away. It tastes nasty. And you just feel so amazing after, like, you want to dance and party and have a good time.
Yeah.
Dance and party and don't know what's going on.
But that's the best part about it. You don't know what you're gonna do.
What's gonna happen to me?
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right.
This tastes disgusting.
Well, you gotta do another one and try it again.
I can't.
Let's do it again.
I still have a little bit left.
Well, you gotta just let it go down the hatch. Get it all down there.
I can do this one. This is a little bit better.
Okay. All right. I guess Megan and I will take the big shots.
Yeah, we got this. You guys are G.
Correcto, mira, pues mi último show fue con el bachatero Zacarías Ferreira en marzo 7, que estaba el comienzo del virus. Entonces yo lo que hice es, tú supiste la máscara, no sé si lo puedo decir aquí, corté un brasier, inventé porque dije, tengo que hacer el show, que fue pues gracias a toda esa gente, pues obviamente que me siguen, que lo siguen a él y ese público maravilloso, pues tuvo sold out. Pues después suspendieron todos los eventos, o sea que mi agenda que estaba full y de otros artistas, colegas mías, también se suspendieron. Hasta nuevo aviso. Hace poco pues estuve llamando, informándome, pues la producción de Zacarías me dijo, Ibelice, hasta el año que viene no podemos hacer nada, incluyendo a Wilfrido Vargas, que se encuentra también Bonnie Cepeda en República Dominicana, y estamos todo el mundo, porque me he comunicado con todo ello hasta diciembre, maybe, o hasta el año entrante. Mientras, pues, no podemos hacer más nada. Pues lo que vivimos de esta carrera, pues estamos como que, pero porque todo el mundo sabe que yo tengo experiencia en cuestión de venta, pues tenía joyería. Entonces yo dije, pues mira, yo tengo que inventar mientras, y estamos en eso, pero estoy cada 3 semanas informándome qué es lo que hay, llamando a las producciones, a los que me habían contratado, que obviamente pues no se pudo hacer se suspendió todo. Me van a dar nuevo aviso cuando están planeando hacer todos esos eventos.
Go.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what's your name?
My name is Isabelle.
Hi, Isabelle. So I see you have an accent. Are you, what's your native?
Well, actually, I was born here. My mom is Romanian. So, and I speak a little bit Romanian, and she speaks Romanian at the house, so I probably, like, a little bit sound like her, and I'm really like her as well, too.
Nice. So what got you guys moving down here to Orlando?
Well, I was born in South Dakota, and we moved down to Orlando when I was 3 because my dad got a job offer.
Okay. So it sounds like you have a very spontaneous personality. So what do you like to do here in Orlando?
I'm really big on going to concerts and raves, and there was just a rave a couple months ago in November. It's called EDC for Electric Days Carnival.
Great. So tell me a little bit about that.
It's super fun, and I think it's like, I think with some festivals they're like more laid back, like indie, but EDC is super like spunky, I want to say, and you can wear like anything you want. It's super colorful and like neon lights, and it's just so energetic, and everyone is just going crazy, and the music's really fun.
So do you have Natalia?
Yeah, my favorite artist is R.L. Grime, but also Bass Nectar is really huge, but he wasn't at EDC this year, so I didn't get to see him there. But I started getting into Alice in Wonderland actually because of EDC, so now I really like her, and she reminds me of myself because I used to have pink hair and she had purple hair, so that was really fun.
Well, thank you, Isabelle, for coming today. We're happy to have you here, and hopefully you come back the next time.
Thank you.
Ay, chamaco, ese es el salsero número. Deja, espérate, que los otros no se vayan a poner. Charlie, no te pongas celoso del ex Gran Combo. Son mis colegas, chamaco. He estado varias veces en el stage con él. Claro que sí. Muy buena, tú lo sabes, en Orlando, uno de los festivales, muy tremenda, buena persona, buena gente, y me alegra, pues claro, al lado de un personaje como él, ¿quién no? Sería una atrevida decir que no. Obvio.
Mire, ahí está con el guitarreño. Entonces, mire ella, ¿qué necesidad hay de eso, señores? Mire,
no, ahí se ve la cordillera central.
¿Qué necesidad hay de eso? Miren a la derecha, miren mi obra, miren lo que yo logré.
Muy bien, Comay.
En menos de 12 o 14 horas.
Y realmente usted lo hace por su bien, porque miren, en los estudios de televisión hace mucho frío, le puede dar una pulmonía por ir para adentro. No, y eso es para que... Con ese frío allí, imagínense.
¡Cuero! Escúchame bien, ¡cuero!
Mira, Francis, espérate. No vacilen.
¡Cuero!
No vacilen.
Como decimos los boricuas, se jodió.
No vacilen.
Eso.
Eso es así, eso es.
Bueno, mi gente, yo soy DJ Rajatabla with Sam, Megan, and also Annie. We have a lot of fun doing all these videos and crazy antics. We're kind of tired, so I'm going to go sleep. I got to go drive Annie, but we're going to drink another 2 bottles of tequila before I drive. No, I'm not, just kidding. Remember, don't drink and drive. Anyway, I'm glad. Say positive comments to Annie, Megan, Sam in our comments, and you could win tickets for Bohemia. You could win tickets for our movie screenings. You could win tickets where you could earn 10, 20 bucks, and you know that helps you in your gas. And for gasoline, for food, take the girl out, take the guy out. You know, hey, I don't know. Free speech. Love you guys. DJ Rajatabla, el que nunca te habla baba. And remember, don't forget to subscribe. Ciao.